I just finished watching Twisters, just got out of the theater, and I just had to talk about it, man. This movie is directed by Lee Isaac Chung. It's written by Mark L. Smith, Joseph Kosinski. I think he's the one who wrote or directed Top Gun Maverick. Anyways, Michael Crichton also wrote this movie. Okay, this is a reboot of the classic Twister. This movie sparked so many storm-based films because it just did such a good job. At the end of the day, those films became quite formulaic, but very enjoyable. And so this film is a reboot to the original classic, and it's pretty enjoyable, man. This is a pretty enjoyable movie. This movie follows Kate. She's played by Daisy Edgar-Jones. Played pretty well, actually. There are some scenes that require some emotional depth. She's got this, like, amazing eye for telling the weather, really reading it. And so she's called back into this world that she had left after 5 or so years. She's got a new team, new technologies presented to her. And of course, it is here where we have the introduction of Tyler, who's played by Glen Powell. Gotta support Texas, baby. Tyler is this adrenaline junkie. Him and his team basically just head for the eye of the tornado. They record YouTube videos, and of course, they have millions of followers. So that's where he comes in. Actually, what I like about his character, he's the most entertaining character and most interesting one. He's not one-dimensional at all. There's a lot of levels to him, a lot of layers, and I like that. I like those little bits and pieces because, of course, it just builds character. And Glen Powell does a fantastic job at playing these characters that are not formulaic. I think what he's really good at is adding a lot of humanity, charisma to his characters. Overall, man, the story is good. It's a solid story. It's enjoyable. It's a great watch in the theaters. There are some pretty great scenes that I thought were, whoa. There are some pretty great scenes that had a mixture of practical and visual effects. Most notably for me, there's a tornado that hits about 2/3 into the movie. I really liked that scene. And of course, we also have great actors like Anthony Ramos, who does a good job. He clocks in. I think his best performance in the film came in a certain argument scene where he shows little subtleties. I thought it was pretty human. It was small. It's not going to win an Oscar or anything, but it was good. Another thing I'm a fan of is the obvious on-location shooting of the film. The scenery just lends itself to beautiful cinematography. Speaking of which, I believe the cinematography is shot on film. There's a softness to the picture that usually films that are shot on film have that. And I was talking about it with my girlfriend. I'm like, is that shot on film? I feel like it is. So I think it is. Either way, the cinematography looks nice. I'm a fan of it. If it wasn't shot on film, then they did a really good job at adding an element that was a slight addition to make the film feel nostalgic. Guys, I recommend you go check out Twisters. It was digestible, it was entertaining, it's a fun film, and it's a good time at the theaters, man. This movie is a B for me. This movie is rated PG-13. There are scenes of destruction on towns. There are scenes where the tornadoes take people into the eye of the tornado. You know, you're gonna get that with these storm films. And of course, you have perils scattered throughout the film of very minor characters. So just a heads up, no sex, no nudity. This is actually a pretty good family film if you're looking for a little bit of action. It's not too intense. Like I said, it's digestible. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought about 2024 Twisters. Catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.